If you're worried about splitting the vote in Chingford and Woodford Green, watch this. I know that lots of you are worried about splitting the vote here in Chingford and Woodford Green, and I've certainly been concerned about that too. I've spent a big chunk of my life fighting Iain Duncan Smith, and it absolutely is still the primary aim for our campaign. Because the Tories are out, we're going to get a Labour government with a huge majority, so we can afford to vote for who we want here. These are 3 quick points that will hopefully make it easier for you to make your decision. Number 1, 2 of the big tactical voting sites have changed their position for Chingford and Woodford Green and moved from saying vote Labour to saying that their advice is withdrawn because of the momentum of the Faiza Shaheen campaign. This means that actually voting Labour will not necessarily mean we get rid of Iain Duncan Smith here. The choice is different for us. Number 2 is what the data is telling us. We have been out having thousands of conversations with people on the doorstep across the constituency. We knock at random on doors. As long as they have a registered voter, we speak to them and we make a note of where they are, where they're saying they're going to vote. And what that data is telling us is that the Faiza Shaheen campaign has the most firm yeses, then Conservatives, then Labour. There is other data out there, but that's extrapolated from national polls. And so it doesn't really tell us what's happening here on the ground. As opposed to 2019, when it was a 2-horse race between myself and Iain Duncan Smith, now it's a 3-horse race. And if you want to get Iain Duncan Smith out, then you should put your cross next to Faiza Shaheen Independent on 4th of July. Number 3 is the fact that we can afford to vote for a voice that will be critical and oppositional at times, and of course supportive at other times of the Labour government. We don't need to win for Labour in this seat for us to have a Labour government. We are definitely getting rid of the Tories at the national level, and good riddance. So for real change and to finally beat Iain Duncan Smith, please vote for Faiza Shaheen Independent on 4th of July.